But it also brings me to the question of the adjudicatory mechanisms. The Supreme
Yeah.
Court was quite sure that, the kind of tribunals it set up with judicial officers, and the Election Commission very pompously assured them that we will make sure that the adjudication happens. But there's no time frame, there is no time limit, there is no end date given to when
And
this
nobody
process
knows what is happening there, because unless you are called, you cannot go there also. That's so.
No, so that is because there is no transparency in the Election Commission data. We don't know. If you go to the Election Commission, they don't tell you how many tribunals have been set up, what is their function. In fact, everything should be updated in real time every day, so that everybody can check. Like you do in examinations and you do in other emergency situations on election counting day, you should be treating the voter deletions with as much emergency situation, because it's a question of democratic representation and democratic death. You're actually denying people. But the Election Commission website is silent. There is nothing on the administrative tribunals, and there's no real-time data on either the deletions or the functioning of the tribunals or any of this.
Yes, it's correct.
And I think the media, is, like you said, is also not asking these questions.
No, they lost interest in the thing.
And now the SIR has been launched in the other states. So whether it's Maharashtra,
Karnataka is today launched,
Andhra, Telangana, all the states that we are talking about, if a similarly unchecked process happens, then we have 2.79 crore voters, which have been disenfranchised in 14 states. You're likely to be looking at a huger number, a much bigger number. And I feel there's a tiredness setting in during the Bihar and Bengal SIR because of the work done by many of our independent media and citizens groups. There was a lot of debate around the SIR. And of course, the Supreme Court was also compelled because of these interventions to some measure correct what happened in Bihar. Now, I think the Supreme Court reopens around the 8th or 9th of July. We are hoping that with the SIR process being similarly launched everywhere else, however tiring it is, that the citizens groups will continue their judicial push and intervention in the Supreme Court.
That's our hope,
Finally, sir, I just wanted to, I don't know if you're aware, but next to you is the state of Assam. Now, we've been working in the state of Assam for the last 9 years. And Assam has faced this, what I call the Trishul of the citizenship crisis. NRC exclusion, 19 lakhs. D-voter exclusions, 1,17,000. Now it's down to about 99,000. And declared foreigner notices. Ad hoc, sent out without prior investigation. And when Assam was facing this for the last, I think, decade and a half, from 2008 onwards at least, D-voter was even before that. The rest of India was not looking at Assam.
True. Correct. That is
and I've always felt that what happens in the border states, Kashmir, Assam, Manipur, today, will eventually happen in the rest of India, because the state learns from each other. The state appropriates these practices. And Assam spent 1,700 crores of public money. Matlab taxpayers' money on an NRC exercise in which all other welfare works came to an end. So nothing else was happening. No schools were being built, no roads were being built, no bridges were being built. Only NRC was happening for 9 years. So, I mean, is this what India is going to face very soon?
It's a very valid question, what you said about Assam. It's quite frightening. And again, I'll come back to it's only because of the alternative, like Sabarang and other Scroll has been doing very good work about the Northeast. So we come to know about this. Again, I'm saying unless the mainstream media gets into the thing, this all will remain like, people will think that these are isolated cases. That is what you said is very true.
On May 5th this year, the constitutional challenges to the CA 2019 and the NRC guidelines of 2003, there are about 28 petitions which were listed for hearing. And that's my last observation, that I feel that what the rest of India actually felt what Assam was going through in 2019, 2020, when the anti-CA, anti-NRC agitations were held across the country. And Shaheen Bagh took the lead. For the first time, I think that feeling that, we would be targeted and we are looking at impending mass statelessness was felt, particularly by the religious minority, but also by secular citizens. And there were agitations across the country. When SIR began in the fashion that it began, completely unchecked, unlawful, untested, non-transparent, many of us, I certainly said it publicly many times, that this is nothing but CA, NRC in a guise being brought in, that though it's being brought in through the Election Commission because they could not manage it. So I think it's also important that the Supreme Court expedites hearing on the CA, NRC petitions as much as it gives an empathetic hearing to the SIR process. Because the two are linked. The two are linked.
True. That's right.
Final comments, sir? I mean, I've spoken a little bit more than you sometimes, but I just feel that you
I'm saying, see, as you rightly said, see, my fear is my issue has already been reduced to that of an individual, and they may now, they may use terms like re-verification and all that. They will find something wrong with my papers. And then finally, eventually, just before the parliament is convening on 21st, I think, so government wouldn't want this issue. So they will try to find some solution. But the point is not that. The point is we need a clear policy statement from the government, which I think is very unlikely because they had enough time, they haven't done it. Or the judiciary should intervene. Otherwise, this should become a big issue in parliament, and then the government should be compelled to come out with a statement. Otherwise, this is a futile thing. Just me getting a passport, or why getting a passport or not getting a passport, that is not me. It's not that I'm with I have somewhere to go. I have to fly over to somewhere or something. If I get a even if I don't get a passport, it's fine. But the thing is, there has to be clarity. How can you keep so many people in, on toll without telling what you say something in the court, that you come out and some other agency does something else exactly opposite of what you said? That cannot be. That is what.
Last question, sir. Late last night, a person whose name I don't want to put tried to suggest that the reason why you were targeted is because of your extraordinary inspirational headlines while you were in the Telegraph, and therefore that they actually made out a case against you because of the fact that you might be a critique of the majoritarianism that this government represents. Any comments?
Yeah, I also don't want to name that person, but till yesterday evening, I've been insisting that people, the first was one of the, all people, everybody who interviewed was asking, do you think that it's a vendetta against you? So I said, see, as a former journalist, we cannot speak without evidence. We need some evidence. Without evidence, and I don't think we'll ever get the evidence. But within a few hours in the evening, this person tweets it, and I think it speaks for itself. It is the biggest evidence. Whatever, you won't be able to get another bigger proof than this. So that is it. So the government itself is making things clear.
Wish you all the best, sir, for this entire struggle, and thank you for making it public, and thank you also doing it with so much dignity. And we also hope that you will remain one of the most vocal voices on this question and try to egg the media profession and the political opposition on, because I don't think Indian democracy can afford silence on this issue. So,
thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks so much.